So I'm from the UK. I've been doing Michael's Concepts paper trading only for around 2 years now. I focus mainly on the 2022 mentorship, in addition with inversion fair value gaps and relative equal highs, relative equal lows. They're my favourite. Um, and mainly, I wanted to first talk about what you said before. So when I personally, for me, when I go into it, I try and have an idea of what the market maker thinks and what he's trying to do.
That's excellent.
So what I'm doing is, where are the retail traders getting in? That's what I try and look. I try and think, where would they get in, and mostly if you're opposing to them, you will be correct.
It's funny you say that, and it's an interesting caveat to the observation is some people think, where does retail enter? I think a lot of what Michael has described and a lot of what we're looking at is actually institutions, not retail. Like, where are the funds? Where are the huge
Yeah,
funds? Where are they trapped? Where are their stops?
yeah,
Right? So those, just as a, you know, further clarification versus
If I
retail.
if I may, I'm going to interject and make a little uh, PSA. Okay, when I say retail, and this is correcting everybody else that wants to make these little videos and say ICT talks about how the market makers or the algorithms going after retail stops. Retail is such a small degree of the volume, whatever. Okay, let me explain to you what's going on. Here's the food chain, right? There is smart money. They are an entity that you can't say, here they are, who's here, here's where they work from, this is what they do, this is who they trade for. They don't want to bring attention to themselves. They don't draw any kind of a billboard sign saying, here, we're from XYZ firm. They don't call themselves institutional. Institutional trading is retail. Everybody that's not smart money is retail. That's the part that nobody gets. When you go back to my old lectures, when I'm teaching institutional sponsorship, am I saying that institutions are the ones that's pushing price up or down? No, I never said that. But their participation allows smart money to cannibalize them too. If smart money is trying to make lots of money and be counterparty to the less informed people, why the fuck would they be trying to do it with the smallest degree of liquidity, which is us retail traders? Think about it. They're looking for the opportunity to cannibalize the fucking whales, the biggest portion of liquidity, you fucking jacklegs. Everybody out there has got their strong opinions about what they think I'm teaching or what I'm saying. You have no idea what I'm talking about. If you are not smart money, you are not them. If you're not them, you're fucking retail. You can call yourself institutional all the fuck you want. You're trading retail logic. All of them are trading retail logic. They're putting their stop losses above highs, below old lows. They're running after fucking price and chasing breakouts. Look at these fucking people. Study their shit. That's what they teach. And they charge all this shit. They take you to exotic locations. And then what are you still reading? You're reading price action through the lens of some retail horseshit. That's what it is. They're chasing momentum and they're placing their stop losses in the same places I tell you they're going to put them in. They're moving their stop losses the same way I'm telling you they're going to do it. And all these people that make courses, they're ripping off what they think these institutional Goldman Sachs boys, the former market maker for XYZ. I was in the city. I didn't really learn anything until I went to work for in the city. You didn't do shit. You haven't done anything. You made money on a reality fucking show, and now you're fucking putting people in a fucking a trading mill, making them think they're institutional. It's fucking the institution is the fucking psychiatric ward. That's the institution you need to go to because the shit you're teaching people that doesn't make the market go up or down. So anybody that's not smart money is retail. Everybody, but them, the people that make the market go higher and lower. It's rigged. Look at everything right now. I promise I'm only giving one more minute. But look at everything. We're discovering everything is fucking rigged to the gills. And yet these fucking clowns still want to argue. The biggest fucking casino in the world. And they're not going to rig it? They're not going to rig that? But this is the safest place still. They can fuck with the elections. They can fuck with everything else in the world. Everything. They can fuck with medications. They can fuck with your taxes. They can fuck with everything. But they won't do anything with the stock market. That's off limits. Come on. But anyway, I just want to make that interjection and make sure that you understand that when I say retail, I'm including Goldman Sachs. I'm including everybody else because they're not smart money. They're fucking clowns.
I love that. So we're talking institutional funds with the allocation and placement of retail logic. That's not us, guys. That's them. That's big players. We're the ninjas that are coming in as ghosts in the machine as our way of applying these concepts algorithmically to what these retail fund logic clowns are doing, right? We're literally, that's what makes all of this so great is the precision that we have, the logic that we have, and where and how you can see what they're doing. They can't hide from what they're doing. You go back to 2022, what's the analogy? An elephant in a swimming pool. Why? Because you cannot stop what they are doing. And all you have to do is be able to read it. And that's what all of this is about, is how it works in your hands. So we'll get back to that right now. I want to bring up my boy, Dr. Tony Trades. Dr. Tony
So,
Trades, been in my DMs quite a bit.
Hey,
Hollered
Kit,
at him. Yes, sir.
did we just completely shove the guy I interrupted off? Like he didn't get a chance to say anything.
Oh, wait, no, did I?
I
Bro.
still had loads to say.
Mate, let me just tell you something. I've got ADD and it's absolutely horrible, mate. And I just have this thing where I just be talking to somebody and I'll just go to somebody else. So I apologize, bro. I'm
That's right.
sorry. My
I
bad,
just wanted to.
MB. Thank you, Michael. I didn't mean to steamroll MB like that.
I just wanted to clarify. I've got one more thing just about tape reading, but so the market makers they're targeting the big institutions. That's what they're aiming to get. They're aiming to
Absolutely.
take them out.
That's exactly who
Okay,
they're aiming for.
perfect. And yeah, and with the tape reading, I was just thinking about it. So I use the tape reading to build my confidence in my setup. So with this setup, I've just been literally every day tape reading. Sometimes on my favorite sessions, I would trade, but the other times it's built to build your confidence in your setup and know exactly what you're looking for. Because most of the observations come from the tape reading. Most of the time, people get too involved with the money aspect when you're actually trading. Their mind's too focused on making the money. Whereas with the tape reading, your focus is on price, like only price, because there's no money involved in watching something. It's just price. And you've got to look for these little things that appear in your setup and the little things that repeat over and over and over again, which makes it lock in your brain. And even though it puts well, I wrote this down. I've completely lost my
No, you're
thoughts.
crushing it, buddy. I love that. You're making really, really good points. I really appreciate
Yeah,
what you're saying. I do.
tape, tape reading is to identify what makes a bad move more importantly than what makes a good move. Because I've learned, I've tried to find all the good moves, but it's more important to find which moves don't work instead of which moves work. Because if you can find the bad ones, you're gonna lose money a lot less than you're gonna ever need. So that's what I think about tape reading.
That's a
Thank
very
you.
valid point. That's a very valid, and that's the takeaway I want people to recognize. It's not simply discovering that how many times you can be right or wrong, but eventually developing the skill set to recognize the setups that don't yield the same directional probability for your trade to pan out. Because there are signatures that you can see happening real time. I'm calling them out as it's happening. So if either I know the future or I'm rigging the market myself, or these concepts work and they give me an edge, and I'm transferring that logic to you. And because it's the third I'm acting on, I'm hoping that you're picking up on what I'm putting down by saying, this is what you can learn to avoid problematic trades. And by doing so, and then never engaging with them, or as little as possible, you can do more growth to your learning curve and your equity curve and far less damage in drawdown because you can avoid the problem trades that most other people would just fall victim to.
Man, MB, I just want to say you did a really great job. And I'm really glad we got that recorded because you did a really, really good job of explaining, I believe, as Michael just stated, really the spirit of all of this. So, really well done, mate. High five.